So, Mars Chill, um, he doesn't have arguments because he knows better than to argue. But he keeps making these videos addressed to me, so I'm going to respond. So let's go.
Not sure if to go with the light or the dark, or like a half thing. What do you think?
Yeah, that's your Gnostic conception, isn't it? So you have to tout that at the start, just to let us know who you are. And this is the thing with these Gnostics. They're so proud that even on the day where they are turned away from the kingdom of heaven, they will say, "We didn't want to be in there anyway."
I'm gonna go with the dark. You can look at the trees. I was thinking about atonement. In the world, atonement is what? Somehow it's got something to do with being a sinner.
You could call it your lower self, though you'll deny it exists.
And then reaching to a point where you're know something maybe, and you realize the error of your way, blah blah blah.
Thanks to Christ, of course.
I would say it's a much higher thing. Way higher.
Because you desire to be way up high. But you're not. You're way down low. And that's where you'll stay.
Might even be the highest thing. Because atonement is at one-ment. It's not at confusionment, and not at two thievesment.
They will be one. They will be one in righteousness. And those who are not called righteous will be left behind. For those who inherit the kingdom will have earned it.
Two pillarsment. That's Satanism. That's the argument. Atonement is when you've discovered what you are.
And you are a sinner and are left out.
At one. Singular I. And those of us that have attained that, whatever.
What have you attained except words that you exchange between each other? You've not attained anything except a delusion. You have attained nothing.
Understanding, knowing, whatever, are still swamped with our shitty ego and the shittiness that's in it. Fears and stuff. Fears and stuff that's got us conditioned into thinking things and doing things and thinking we're things and da 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 da. But when we're at one-ment or atonement, we can see them for what they are, realize they're not our identity.
What is all this eyebrow twitching? Is this your wise? Is this your wisdom? Where you come out with some non sequitur, some kind of platitude, and then you wiggle your eyebrows, and we're supposed to be entertained or impressed by that.
Realize they're not our identity, and they wash away. How it works. There's a lot of us, like myself for example, who is over 50, and has been conditioned for quite a long time and went along with the program for quite a long time.
And you still are.
I have such problems with
The program is the Gnosticism that you believe in, which you are parading around as truth. But you will discover the hard way, your error.
anxiety and selfishness that's from a long time ago. So things are always coming up, and things are always going through a state of change and healing. And I accept it.
Except it isn't, because nothing ever changes with you people. You say the same lie over and over and over again. You scorn me for having a difference of opinion. Tell me who is it that has changed? And yet you do not know the source of my change. You're arrogant Pharisees.
Because, you know, when you engage in argument and when you engage in exchange about the Spirit, you
Then you will learn.
can argue about the Red Sox or the Yankees or what's on TV tonight or whatever the fuck. Because that shit don't matter.
Those are the things you should not argue about, because they are worthless.
I'm not going to argue about the identity of the Christ.
But you do at every moment. When it is shown clear to you the appearance of Christ, you deny it. Because you prefer your Gnostic lie, which excuses you at every moment, puffs you up and raises you up as a mediator of others that you have not earned.
Where he resides and what he's about. Because that's not an argument. That is the most ironclad truth.
You're ironclad.
Jesus is not external, as you can see.
Your ironclad truths are ironclad lies.
External is a shitty ass world that doesn't do anything.
And here's another source of the Gnostic delusion, that they are totally ungrateful and unworthy of any merit. A whole world created for them, and they reject all of it. Ungrateful swine.
Except for make a mess. The only place you will find love, Christ, compassion, is inside another human being, unfortunately. But they are encrusted with ego as well.
And those ones have faith, like sheep, and follow the shepherd. But you are like wolves, who come in to steal.
And they're working on it. We can see it, those eyes. We can see it in those eyes and in that face. We can, you know, in our loved ones and stuff. Anyway, my ideas on atonement and what it really means.
And they are worthless.